Hey guys, yo, it's Matt, otherwise known as Flaming Bullet, and this is my commentary and this is my gameplay for you guys. And hallelujah, PlayStation Network is back on. I'm really excited for that. And also, I told you guys that I would get a fresh gameplay for you guys, some new stuff as soon as the game came back, or as soon as PlayStation Network got back on. And well, what better to start it off with a game that I get over 100 kills. And I do not think I camp that much. Now don't exit out of the video because this has some very useful tips for spawn trapping that is actually very successful and will work 100% if you do it correctly, and I will explain all the tips for you guys on how to do that, and I will also give you some recommended guns and some settings or some classes, and I will tell you your setup and stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to tell you guys some tips here, and I get over 100 kills. I don't know how many exactly. We'll find out at the end of the game. And my kill streak loadout right now, which I believe is very good for this spawn trapping business, is Spy Plane, and then I got the Blackbird, and then I got Chopper Gunner. And the reason why I'm using Spy Plane is because I only need a 3 kill streak, and then I can give a decent radar for my teammates. And that'll also help them find out where the enemy is, and it'll help us kind of where they're spawning. And the other thing is I'm running Blackbird, because when you're spawn trapping and you call on the Blackbird, it gives you a perfect example of where they are, and you know where they're. If they spawn like coming up here, I'll show you guys in a few, later as the video goes on. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But you're gonna need a Blackbird because it comes in use very well, and mostly everyone on our team was actually using Blackbird, and I believe so. And then you can also run like Chopper Gunner and dogs, but I would recommend Blackbird at least. That way, and if you all use the Blackbird, you have a better chance of always having them up. Such as in this game, where we were all using Blackbirds, I believe, and we always had a Blackbird up, basically, pretty much all the time. And then towards the end of the game, we were worrying about our chopper gunners and stuff. We had some chopper gunners, and we had gunships, and we had dogs that were actually stacked up that none of us got to call in. And it was a pretty ridiculous game. And right now we're spawn trapping them, and they will spawn in this red house. GV callouts, I believe shower house, red house, but they will continuously spawn in there. And then right here, over here where I'm pointing, that is an area of great spawn sometimes. So if you have one person covering that spot where I was just at, where the barrel was, or behind the stairs, and you have one person go right here, such as me, and I shoot them as they come out there and they spawn, they'll be coming around the corner there. This is also good for a Blackbird, so that way you know when they're coming around the corner, because they will get smart and try to nade you or something. But if you have Flak Jacket, which I recommend, it's a good thing. And then look at that, that guy spawns right there out of that corner, and then they spawn behind me right there. See, you just saw a guy and you missed it, and then there's a guy that's spawning there. That is why you need a friend guarding you right here, like right about there as I was just standing. You need a guy guarding you so he can get your back, and he will also be getting kills. He might not get them just as fast, he might get them the same pace, he might get not as many, but they will spawn there. And if you have a guy covering you, that's great. I would recommend also a Claymore just in case, like I use it right there, but fail. But I would use a Claymore just in case. Put it right there, just in case your friend lets one by, or while he's caught in a reload, or if right where I was kind of standing behind the wood block, if you put it there, so if someone rushes you around the corner while you're reloading, that way the Claymore will get him. That's just a recommendation. And then also for this map, some class recommendations. I would recommend sleight of hand. I keep saying recommend, but I would recommend sleight of hand if you need that to reload fast, so you're not caught in those situations where you're in trouble. And then also I'd recommend dual mags, a good assault rifle with dual mags, because you need a lot of ammo for this if you get caught up in there, and it also helps with the reloading speed. And then for the first perk, Flak Jacket, because if you get claymores or stuff like that, that's that's gonna be, or you get naded, which might not be a problem, but I always put Flak Jacket on just in case. And there's my phone again, but as you can see, it's a perfect example of them spawning. So I keep checking that little spot, because right here it kind of blocks your sight of that one little corner, and then right here they're spawning behind me. But Obi, he got my back. And then the other thing is, for the other teammates to the left, or to the where top wood is, it's kind of the center building. You want a guy kind of going prone up there, or there's some little kind of canopy type thing that you can jump on. You want a guy maybe in there. You don't really want to rush him too close, otherwise you're going to spawn in haywire. You want them to get in here. If you look on my mini map, you see some guys kind of behind that canopy. That is perfect. And then you maybe get a guy behind the barrier, where when you spawn in the game, you go on a little ramp, that little bridge type thing, you run forward and you throw a nade across the map to go to B. There's some little sandbags there that you run across if you go straight forward. You know, maybe if you're on, you know, my terms right here, you camp behind those sandbags and wait for them to come back. And, you know, you may not be camping, you know, you move around, change your position, so that way when they try to come around the corner, they don't really get you. And right here, I kind of made a mistake of not fast-forwarding my chopper gunner. I don't know, it seemed like this was kind of a beastie chopper gunner, and I get another one later on where I just absolutely go to town on them. But I had about 2 chopper gunners, I believe, maybe 2 blackbirds that are stocked up in this game, and I still go over 100 kills. And then I'm going to show you spawn trapping for the other side when you're, you know, like we kind of did that in the beginning, but it wasn't really in detail. I wasn't part of the spawn trapping. I was kind of sitting back, but I will show, I kind of get in there, and this is, when I kind of get in the spawn trapping, you will see why you need a blackbird. It gets pretty intense. And then, oh, I forgot to recommend guns. Like, guns, I would recommend assault rifles, like I said, with the dual mags and the fast reload. But the FAMAS is pretty good for hip fire, and it's got a good, decent accuracy. The other one, perhaps, would be the G11. That would work. The Commando, you could use that if you're good with that. And let me think what else. The Galil. That, oh my gosh, my phone keeps going off. Obi. I don't know what he wants, but sorry, Obi, but yeah, like I said, you know, the Galil might be good. That's also good. And you can use extended mags on that, I guess, because it carries a lot of ammo. But then you might want, you know, Scavenger or something. But I would recommend flakjacking. You know, the Galil dual mags is just perfect as well. But those are some gun recommendations. You know, the submachine guns. If you use an AK-74U, yeah, it's not gonna be as accurate. But, and you know, you're gonna run out of ammo fast unless you have Scavenger Pro, and you're gonna need the Pro because if you don't have the Pro version, you know, you have to pick up ammo, you have to go over dead bodies, and your dead bodies are gonna be in their spawn, and if you rush in there, you might screw the spawn up, or you just get killed, like they come around the corner. And right here, I do some rushing. They will constantly just spawn around you, no lie. This is where the Blackbird comes in handy, and I can't really point stuff out that well, but if you look at that, they just keep spawning on the other side, they spawn on the other side, you kill them, look at that, they just spawn to the left, they keep going around you. That's where you really need a Blackbird. That way you know exactly where they're going and exactly where they're popping up, and this is a perfect example of spawn trapping. And as you can see, we're all just dead in their spawn, like actually right where they're spawning behind us, right next to us, literally. And that's where you need some, you know, maybe some good skills. If you need to sit back, you can do that in the container, or the little container hallway. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Or you can go behind this barrier that runs along the center to American, or that's what this call out is, this kind of building shelter back here. And then you can also hop in here and catch them, go like out this window, and that works too. So this is really why you need a Blackbird, and this is why everyone should have a Blackbird on. And I just recommend the FAMAS, because if most of your teammates are using the FAMAS, and you know, or if their other team's using the FAMAS, you just so happen to run it over it, you know, you're gonna collect ammo for it. And if you need to, if you're not in immediate danger, switch out your secondary for another gun, because if you're caught in the situation where you need to reload but you don't have time, you instantly switch to your other gun and you perfectly just, you know, take them out. So this is just some tips right here. And then, oh, and we all had a full party. That really helped. You know, you're not having a bunch of random screwing things up. This was a full party, and if you don't think you can get a full party, message us and we'd be happy to get, you know, we'd be happy to play with you guys. You know, I'm Flaming Bullet, FLAMING _ BULLETT, 2 T's, and then Ali, well, Obi's thing, I don't know, you can kind of look up there. It's Obi13 _ Money Jr., something like that. But message us, and we will, or leave a comment on YouTube, send me a personal message, or you know, such stuff of that nature, and we'll play with you. And we'd love to spawn trap again. And we had a full party, and we all did extremely well. We all got just barely over 10 deaths, and we all got like over 50, 60 kills. I mean, we could all basically post our video up, you know, from different perspectives, and Obi did a very, very good job. And this is the chopper gunner that I was beasting with, because they just kept spawning and spawning and spawning right where I was shooting. And they, I don't think anybody had Ghost. There's probably one person that I saw who had Ghost. That also helps, because when you have a UAV or the chopper gunner, you know, you just kind of know. But I guess you could see the guy running, especially since they're all in the same spot. And then it's just, yeah. I get a little predicament here with that AK-47, and I fail at getting my next chopper gunner. And that kind of prevents me from calling in any other chopper gunners, because I was talking to my friends, and I was talking the whole plan, and I'm like, guys, I'm over 100 kills. I know this is gonna be a gameplay. Let me call my chopper gunners and see if I can get a couple more. And so one guy just decides to be a meanie and call in his chopper gunner, and I got pissed because there was kind of a time delay, and I was trying to call in my Blackbird, but there's another Blackbird up. Because if I would have called that Blackbird in, I could have called in my chopper gunner. So for that 15 seconds that I couldn't get my chopper gunner up, someone else decided to call in their chopper gunner, and then that's when it all went to chaos. And then that's where I didn't get, the rest of my kills. I probably gotten one. I could have gotten like 150 or above. With that chopper gunner, I'm not being cocky at all. I could, the spawn trapping that we were doing, that's probably easy. Get that one chopper gunner, get 30 kills up out there. But see right here, I'm like calling him a Blackbird. I'm like, dang it! And then right when that guy calls in his chopper gunner, right when I'm trying to call in my Blackbird, it ends. And then I can't call in mine because someone else called it in. Whatever, but it's a good gameplay. I hope my tips have helped you. I'd also like to give a shout out to my friend's channel and Obi's channel. His name is Hunter, HNTR, Lazy, LAZE, Boy, BOY. I'll leave his channel in the description. Please go check him out. He's got some fabulous content. He's got really good gameplays. Got some Wings of Redemption stuff going on. Just check him out. He's a really good player. And I'd recommend you just check out his channel, like some videos for him, maybe subscribe if you like it. But we're just trying to help him out, and that's just all I have to say. So I hope you enjoyed the game. Please give it a liking. Please, if you thought it was good, please give it a liking. So until then, 121-14. Until then, later, guys.